Imagine there's a rubber band from around your ear to around your hand, that as soon as you pull it out, it's stretch, 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 zing, right back to your face. Hey everyone, welcome to this technique of the week. Today's technique of the week is the jab, specifically how to make your jab suck just a little bit less. Now, the jab is probably the most important strike you're gonna learn, most important strike you're gonna throw, so it's really important that we start nitpicking those little details to make it a punch that you can use confidently and safely. So, when I throw my jab, right, comes straight out from my head and right back to my head. The first thing that I see a lot of beginners do, they get this part all right, but when they bring it back, it comes back down here. When I throw my jab, I want to make sure that I bring it right back to my face. My little trick for this is imagine there's a rubber band from around your ear to around your hand, that as soon as you pull it out, it's stretch, 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 zing, right back to your face. I'm out here, right back to my face. Reason number 2 your jab might suck. I'm not turning over my hand. In order to get those 2 knuckles right in the center of my target, I need to turn my hand over and really extend here. That also gets that nice corkscrew in my arm, boom, that can really drive some power in without having to engage with a lot of weight or leaning forward, right? Boom, if I just turn that hand over and put those 2 knuckles right in the center of my target, then I'm on my way to a jab that sucks a little bit less. Keeping that hand up nice and high, turning that hand over. Reason number 3, here. See how I'm lifting that elbow before I throw? A lot of people will do this because it recruits a little bit more of their shoulder and they feel like they can get a little bit more power. But there's a bit of a downside to this one, and it's kind of 2 or 3-fold, right? Obviously, lifting that elbow is a telegraph, meaning I'm showing off exactly what I'm about to do. If I throw this jab straight from here, it's a lot harder to see coming than if I go whoop, boom, right? So keep that elbow nice and tight to your body. The drill I like to use for this, find a wall, stand right up next to the wall with your elbow with your shoulder just about to touch, right? Boom. And see if you can fire that jab without letting any part of your arm touch that wall at all, right? If you can avoid this by forcing yourself against that wall, you're well on your way to a nice tight jab. And the last way that I find some people can't really get their jab going is they don't feint enough, right? If I'm always throwing my jab with honesty and clarity, and when I do this motion, you know I'm about to jab, then more advanced fighters are really going to be able to time it, whether that is slipping and countering, firing off a low kick, right? Firing off a teep, whatever way they use to counter my jab, they can always rely on me throwing that punch. So as you get a little bit further in your kickboxing journey, you're gonna start to explore the value of feinting, right? Just that little stutter makes someone shell up, makes someone unsure, makes someone try to counter and then realize there's no jab coming, and then I can use that to set up the rest of my strikes. The jab is kind of the Swiss Army knife of kickboxing. I use it for everything, so it's really important that we get through those little details and make sure that our jab is nice and solid. So, bringing it right back to your face, turning that hand over, keeping that elbow nice and tight, and only throwing it when you need to. All right, thank you very much.